absolutely like you don't even belong in Canada with what's happening, and you see it every single day. I go out twice a week and feed the homeless because I have people contributing, which I'm glad I can do still, and my heart bleeds. It bleeds for these people. And there's no reason.
My heart bleeds for Happy. Like, that man is so disconnected from reality.
Oh, he's sad.
He's got his head so far up Trudeau's rear end, you don't know where Happy ends and Trudeau begins.
But if you even listen to his philosophy, I mean, he's got to go to school and get educated. I told him this 100 times. I said, You're not much of a man, number one. Number two, you're on the wrong side of history, because if you think that what's going on, because he loves Trudeau, with what's going on right now with the people and the kids that are starving, because it's happening, it's true. It's not a fiction. And you're still for this guy, then your brain is so brain dead. It is absolutely. He's not even worth talking to. Because
I agree. 100%.
Well, you try to explain to these people, we have over 2.5 million people going to the food bank today.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Back in the 80s, we didn't have the food bank.
No, we had gardens.
I remember buying a jug of milk for 25 cents a jug of milk. Mm-hmm. I remember buying a pack of cigarettes for 25 cents. A loaf of bread was 10 cents.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
I know you guys remember it a lot lower than that, but
so,
I mean,
for us, I gotta tap out. I gotta go shopping. So I'll catch up with you guys later.
Take it easy, Slick.
Right. Anyways,
you bet, man.
I'll come back and talk with you guys, because you guys are on the same plan as I am. But I'm busy too right now. I've got things to do for my grandson. But I love each and every one of you guys. Please keep up the good fight. But we have to do a lot more deeper shit than what's going on right now, because it's not getting us anywhere.
We need to take care of our veterans, the ones who fought for
absolutely.
Our rights.
Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was just going to say.
Our veterans are getting treated badly, and we need to protect them. They gave up their lives for us. And the nightmares they live through now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you 2,000%. No, it's not fair.
We don't have the funds to help us.
No, but Trudeau.
But we can send billions and billions over to Ukraine.
That's why Trudeau's giving billions of dollars, and it's money laundering. It's not giving.
Trudeau will sit on his high horse. And for a month.
Ukraine is one of the worst governments, just like Canada's government. I mean, it is hypocrisy. The people are starving there. He kills his own people. You guys don't know this. Meanwhile, Zelensky has 4 brand new mansions that he bought, and they're all over $1 billion.
Yeah, let me ask you a question, sir. What do you think of the government's gun grab? They are just now reordered 345 different assault rifles.
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
They want to confiscate it and ship them over to Ukraine to help their war.
I mean, they can say whatever the hell they want to say. You can send it to Steinbach, Manitoba. I don't give a shit. Nobody, even the first time, if you guys gave up your guns, you're stupid.
Well, Alberta already said we're not giving our guns up. Simple as
if
that.
you guys gave any gun up, ever,
they haven't.
You're very stupid. You're listening to somebody that's uneducated, number one. He's a tyranny government. He's a communism. He's working for the New World Forum. He is not pulling any buttons here for anybody in Canada. He's the most hated guy worldwide.
Trudeau spent $60 million. Trudeau spent $60 million on gun confiscation to take it away from the Canadian people, and has not collected a single pew-pew. Not one
gun.
Nope.
Because Canadians are smart. They're not going to give you anything. Are you kidding?
We are smart because we realize if they strip us of those, we have no way of defending ourselves against a tyrannic government.
Well, that's what he wants. So nobody's going to come and hunt his ass down. That's what it's all about.
No,
I'm sorry, but that's a fact.
When he amended that bill and said he was going to collect 324 new styles of assault-style weapons, and then he was going to confiscate them.
Yeah.
He said he was going to confiscate them and send them over to Ukraine. When Papa Putin's cabinet brought that to his attention and told him that they were 22 caliber weapons, Putin started laughing his ass off.
I know. Mine doesn't even go.
I don't know where you two guys are from, but I'm from Alberta. And
I'm in Saskatchewan, but originally from Winnipeg.
If I have a bobcat or a freaking grizzly bear coming at me, I want something that's going to take it down with one shot.
No
I
kidding.
don't want no BB gun.
No, exactly. Exactly. And I'm in Manitoba. Hey, we have a little tyrant here. Manitobas aren't very bright either, believe me, because they got NDP in Manitoba. Well, you know what? He comes across, like he's coming in underneath because he knows what's out there right now. He's for the Liberals, believe me.
Well,
it's coming.
That's because he lied to you guys. And said,
and Winnipeg has always been primarily NDP.
And we're going to go after Trudeau. So everybody bought into the Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
And after he got elected, he went right back to his tyrant.
Exactly. Thank you. You're right.
And everybody says, well, he's this big-time lawyer. He's millions of dollars.
Oh, bullshit.
His pension is worth more than anything he has. 700, exactly. What is it?
It's stupid.
I think it's 785 million. I forget how much he's going to get, but he's going to get that for a lifetime.
And he shouldn't even be. He shouldn't. He's another one that should not be here.
See,
that's
right here.
D1237. You're slightly off. He makes just under $400,000 a year as a PM.
That's what he's doing. Yeah.
And how much is his pension every year?
But understand when he got in, he gave themselves a raise right away, and he also added 2 more to his caucus. We have so many. I mean, all these governments across Canada have to be cut in half because you don't need them. They're just feeding off of us taxpayer slaves. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You don't need that.
Justin Trudeau's salary as of 2023 is just under $400,000 a year.
No, it's over 400, son. It's over 400.
Is it over 400 now?
It's $462,000 a year. He gave himself a raise. He's giving himself a raise every year.
Jagmeet will be a lot less than that. Jagmeet will probably be around the high 2s, low 300s.
Well, Jagmeet's already a multi-millionaire because he's done so much. He's a traitor, and he's alongside with Trudeau. There's been so much treason, and what did we do with people that do treason back in the 50s? We frickin' hung them, and we did, but not now.
So who said on the panel that they want veterans to get more stuff?
Liberals.
No. Who on this panel, said they want veterans to have better stuff?
I'm one of them.
Okay. Well, the veterans definitely need to be looked after a little bit better than they have been, particularly
Okay, so hold on here. You guys are aware that PP voted against giving veterans that are honorably discharged their pension?
Somehow I doubt that he would have actually done that unless he was purposely trying to
false.
That is true. That is true.
No, you go look it up. I mean,
sure. Do you want me to tell you the name of the bill? Hold on a second. Hold on. I'll tell you guys the name of the bill. All I have to do is go and look up his voting record. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will.
And that wasn't Pierre.
The other issue that there was when people want to be gay, straight, bisexual, any one of the alphabet series things.
I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go that route.
No, but people being who they want to be, I say let them be. So long as it's not affecting what I do on a day-to-day basis, I don't care.
Don't make it public because you're forcing that shit down to everybody. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. You want to go suck somebody else? Go ahead.
No, but why is it that gay pride takes a month long and we only
because the liberals did that. The
know.
Liberals are trying to divide everybody, so they're allowing this. This is their game plan. You got to wake up, man.
And that was my comment. Like, why are we letting that parade overrun Remembrance Day when we celebrate the soldiers who fought to give these people their freedoms and rights anyway?
There's no rhyme or reason for that shit.
I'll be right back. It's going to be easier for me to check it if I go and look on TikTok. Yeah. So give me a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. Anyways, guys, I got to fly too.
You got to understand that.
Take it easy, Leonard.
You can't believe half the stuff you read online because a lot of it's crap. Now, I'm young enough. I think you're old enough to remember, what's his name? Richard Simmons, and he wore that headband. But now you can't find a picture of Richard.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, do you remember Richard Simmons? A headband? Try to Google it. You'll never see him with a headband.
Yeah, they've been doing that whole. You've heard of that the Mandela effect?
Yeah, they're trying to make our generation look
crazy. Mm. Yeah, they specifically change things that we remember as kids and that doesn't exist anymore, and they're like, no, that was never.
count on that.
And if we are the champions.
Now, you can plan on it. That doesn't even make sense.
Yep, we are the champions.
Yep.
Anybody that remembers that song remembers lyrics different than what is currently played when they play that song.
Exactly, and that gives us the advantage of being born when we were born, because we went through all the decades of music and whatnot. But I can tell you, I understand why the young folks today are angry. Their
don't blame them.
Sucks. Their music sucks. I'm sorry, we had the best music. When our people sang, we knew what they were singing. Today, do you really call that singing?
Well, in some cases, yes. I mean, I've never gotten into that whole screamo metal thing. Like,
exactly.
You're not saying words. You're just yelling very hoarsely into a microphone and making it sound like words.
I never got into Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish or whatever you want to call her. I don't get into that. I don't understand their music.
Billie Eilish? That's funny.
Oh, whatever her name is. Obviously, I don't listen to her.
Yeah. I like the Billie Eilish, though. That's funny.
I'd rather listen to stuff like, people say Ozzy was crazy. But you know what? That man did more for rock and roll than any of the generations today.
Well, which version of him? Black Sabbath or just Ozzy?
I'm talking about Ozfest and, Woodstock, because that's the generation. I wasn't born for Woodstock, but I wish I was, man, because that would have been amazing to see.
Yeah.
But every year he's done.
Okay, so I got the bill for you. So the bill is C568 in the 41st Parliament second session. So this is Wednesday, October 16, 2013, when Harper was government, and it's called an act respecting the former Canadian Forces member. And what this bill does is it allows to give a pension to members that have been honorably discharged. Guess who voted against it?
I don't know, but you're going to tell us.
Pierre Poilievre.
Are you sure
but
about
that wasn't when he was trying to run for prime minister, Mike. That was when he was still the housing minister.
First of all, he was never housing minister because Harper didn't have a housing minister. And second of all,
actually, he did too.
No, he didn't. Second of all,
he did.
He was the housing minister under Harper.
Harper didn't have a housing minister, dude.
Okay,
it didn't exist. Position didn't exist. It was called something else. It was called something else.
Our history by saying it's something else. Okay.
Okay. Well, everything that I've seen and read about as far as Pierre Poilievre, that was his role when he was part of the Harper government.
He was in charge, he was in charge of housing, but there was no housing minister. It was something else. It was something like something affairs minister, but it wasn't a housing minister. He had more responsibilities than that. But anyways, so it's irrelevant. He voted against giving honorably discharged members of our military funding. He voted against that in 2013. Have you guys actually gone and checked Pierre Poilievre's voting record? Because it's not great.
Yeah, did it pass?
Did the bill pass? No, it didn't.
Then it's a moot point.
How is it a moot point?
Because even though he voted for it, the bill didn't pass, which means that the honorably discharged members of the military were still getting their pensions. How he voted doesn't matter.
No. That's not what happened.
You're telling me, sir, let me speak before you cut me off, because we're not being rude to you. So
Sure.
You're telling me you're getting ticked off with Poilievre what he did, but Trudeau stood on the stage and said our veterans are asking way too much.
Okay. I don't care what they say.
It's a double-edged standard. It's a double standard. You're coming up here taking out one little point that Poilievre did. So what? He made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We're only human. He is trying to make up for his mistakes. How many mistakes have you made? How many times has somebody called you out on your mistakes?
Big Teddy, did I say once during this thing that I was a supporter of Justin Trudeau?
No, but you're sure attacking Poilievre.
Yes, I am, because his voting record speaks for itself. Like you can go, like anybody can go and check his entire voting record, and it's not great. He's not voting. So like, for example, like dental for seniors, like that dental program that the NDP put out, that the majority of that program helps seniors because it's seniors who are not working. It's seniors that don't have insurance, like my dad and my grandmother. Well, my grandmother's 95. Hold on. My grandmother's 95 years old and my dad is in his 70s. And my dad and grandma haven't pretty much seen a dentist since they retired because they're not insured to go see a dentist. These are members of Canada that worked their entire lives, retired at 65, and now finally get to see a dentist. And guess who voted against the dental? It was Pierre Poilievre.
And why did he vote against it?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want our seniors who paid taxes their entire lives to get dental.
See, you don't listen to the whole thing. He even came out and said why he didn't vote for it. Because behind that bill, not just the dentist bill, why are we giving kids under 12 free dental when they're losing their teeth anyways to their adult teeth?
So what?
And there was a lot of fat in that budget that they did not agree with. It wasn't about the dentist because he was all for that. It was the fact behind it that they weren't trying to tell us about it.
It's the minutia in the bill.
What budget?
In that bill.
The bill has nothing to do with the budget. The bill is a separate, it's a standalone bill. Like it was its own bill.
And there was
but how are they paying for the bill, buddy?
Buried in there.
With taxes? How do they pay for everything? With taxes.
Right.
So what?
They're going to charge us more taxes when we're already $62 billion in debt just for the fall quarter?
The bill passed and your taxes have not changed, Star Weaver.
No, I'm aware. True. But it's now because they're going to find other methods, or they're planning on the 19% increase in the carbon tax in April to help fund this program.
The carbon tax doesn't go towards dental. It's a neutral revenue tax. It just goes into itself. It's not the same as an income tax.
So then, what do they spend it on?
$20 billion slush fund came from the carbon tax.
There is no slush fund at this point. It's an accusation. It doesn't exist.
They've proven there's a green slush fund. They've actually shown the
document. Show me something that there's proven that there's a green slush fund.
No, literally look it up online. They have the paperwork.
It's an accusation at best by the Conservatives. There's no evidence whatsoever that there's a green slush fund. I think you guys need. No, there isn't. Show me. Tell me where to look. I'll go look right now. My computer's open.
How old you are, sir? Seriously, how old are you?
I'm 40.
And you've been drinking too much of their Kool-Aid.
I haven't been drinking any Kool-Aid. You guys are the ones who are saying things that are untrue and then say that PP wants to, you want veterans to be protected and then are voting for somebody who doesn't protect veterans.
Did I
what
say
Kool-Aid am I drinking, sir?
One of them?
What's that?
I didn't say I was voting for any of them. I said our veterans should be protected. That's all I said. I didn't say, I'm going to vote for this person and this person.
So who are you voting for?
I said, that's none of your business.
Well, to me, when I was listening to the conversation, it seems like everybody on the panel was voting Conservative.
That's probably because of he would be the lesser of two evils.
The lesser of two evils does not want to pay our honorably charged veterans.
You're
That's
taking that
the-
information based off 9-year-old data, dude. That, again, it's a moot point.
He voted the way he voted, man. He voted against dental recently. He voted against feeding children in schools.
You know
that
why?
can't afford to have food.
You know why that he's voted against these programs that Trudeau's tried to put in? Because Trudeau, since the inception of that feed a child a lunch program thing, not one single child has received a lunch from this government-funded program. Not one.
There was no money put
All
in that
Programs
program.
have to get started. That was just recently voted on. Like, programs have to get started, right, and administered. They don't just magically appear. It's not like a magic wand
Sir,
that you wave and the money
talking
comes and it
about
starts right away.
The reason
Well,
why
then
he
how did
turned
they-
down
how have
that
they already
bill is
served them?
Because they wanted the province to flip the bill, not the
If
government.
that's the case, Mike, how is it that when they put these two bills into place, so the dental care one and the feed a child at school program, both of them were both started around the same time?
No, they
But there's
didn't.
already been-
No, they
There's
didn't.
already been, okay, so maybe it was within a month or two, but they've already serviced over 1 million Canadians for free dental work.
Yes, because the dental started a long time ago. The dental was like it 2 years ago. The food one was recent. And even the dental took time to roll out because it started with seniors that were like my grandmother, for example, who's 95. She was the first one to get it. And then a couple of months later, my dad got it. And then it took time to roll out, right? It's supposed to be for everyone too, by
You
the
know
way, which is
what?
not going to be rolled
I'm
out till
gonna
next
press
year.
your theory on that one, sir. I'm
And
53
why-
years old, and I've never paid for dental. Why? Because in Alberta, in Calgary, we have a dental school that I go in and let them work on my teeth, and they do it for free. I get
Yeah,
my
and
teeth cleaned,
Ontario
I get
has a
cavities done,
program.
I get my caps done because they're training.
Well,
I
lucky
don't
you.
pay for it.
Lucky
And
you.
Ontario
Not
already
everybody's like
offers
that. Like my
dental,
95-year-old
that's the
grandma
same
can't travel very far to get her dental work done because she's 95 years old. Right?
Mike, how are you,
Why?
buddy?
She goes
I
to her
wanted chat
local
with you yesterday.
dentist
What's
that's
going on?
really close.
Yeah, but Ontario already has the Healthy Smiles program, which already takes care of children's dental up until their 17th. Well, it goes until their 17th birthday.
Okay, that doesn't help my
That's already-
95-year-old grandma or my 73-year-old dad.
Right, but they're still covered. Well, I mean, in terms of medical, they'd still be covered if there's severe dental issues. And if he's put the program in and it's helping seniors, fantastic. But the reason why they keep voting against these policies is because it is unnecessary spending on behalf of the government when we have much bigger things to deal with currently.
So I live in Ontario, and Ford just gave, and he's supposed to be a fiscal conservative. Ford just gave the beer store, the LCBOs, billions of dollars so we could get beer in the variety stores a couple of months early when it was going to happen anyways the year later. And he's supposed to be
If you want my
fiscally
opinion,
responsible.
Doug Ford's more of a liberal than conservative.
He's more of a liberal. What policies does he have that's
Yeah,
liberal?
he's a fake conservative. You know, he's
Oh,
conservative
let's
when he
see,
has to
when
be. But
Trudeau and I'll answer this one. You can debate me all you want, sir, and you'll be proven wrong. When Trudeau wanted Doug to toe the line, Trudeau said, "We're going to give you $1 million for housing. Go ahead and use it, but you have to toe the line." And what did Dougie Ford do? He went because he wanted that money.
No, that's not what he did. He actually refused the housing money. Hold on
No,
a
he
second
didn't.
here. You see what I'm talking about, where you guys have no idea what's actually going on in reality? You guys are aware that Doug Ford refused the housing money because Trudeau was trying to tell him what to do, and then the Minister of Housing had to go around him and go and give that money to the municipalities because Doug Ford wouldn't accept it, just like he wouldn't accept the money for healthcare that Trudeau gave him, wanted to give
That's
him to
not
help
true.
us bring up our healthcare.
Why do you think I moved out of Ontario a long time ago?
The federal government.
What does that have
Yeah,
to do
we-
with what I just said?
Because Ontario.
The only thing the federal government is responsible for in healthcare is a transfer of funds to the provinces. Provinces are the ones that mandate healthcare and distribute the funds to the municipalities.
I'm aware, but what I
Right.
said is that he said that The big Teddy up there said that Doug Ford is a liberal, and the Trudeau offered him money, and he went, meh, 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 and that's not true. That didn't happen. He refused the money.
Yeah, and Alberta tried to do the same thing. These are conservative provinces, right? And he offered $300 million to Alberta and Ontario, and these conservative leaders tried to refuse them because Trudeau wanted them to put them into the health fund. So yeah,
right. But the federal government doesn't have that jurisdiction.
Yes, he does, because he gives you He gives 30% of the money to each province, and the province puts 70%. Yes, he
what
does.
you're missing is one thing. You're right. Trudeau wanted to give the people the money, but Trudeau also said, if you want the money, you got to do what I want you to do.
That's not what he said.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's why the housing market is the way it is right now. It's the reason why municipalities and provinces can't build homes. It's because the federal government is supposed to do transfer of funds to the provinces for these projects, and the red tape that's involved is absolutely ridiculous.
Do what they want.
The government, the federal government, is far overreaching its ability to manage the country when the provinces have jurisdictional law to do it themselves.
I'm going to.
This is why we need to vote for
in a heartbeat. When Trudeau tells
we need to vote for Pierre Poilievre,
we have to put a cap on our oil. He's way out of his league. He has no right to tell us what we can and cannot do with our oil and gas. Each province is in charge of their stuff. Trudeau's trying to overstep. Now, before you come at me, sir, you better do your homework, because Danielle Smith has taken Trudeau to court and won many, many times. We have taken Trudeau to court for this carbon tax, and it was found non-constitutional. So before you come at me and come at my province, you better understand what Danielle Smith has fought for and won.
First of all, I didn't say anything about Alberta because I don't know as much about Alberta. I'm from Ontario, so I know a lot about Ontario. And second of all, you are still paying the carbon tax. So she didn't win anything because you're still paying the carbon tax. If she won, you wouldn't be paying the carbon tax anymore.
The province doesn't.
Each province was given a chance to decide how much they were going to pay in carbon tax.
No, they were given an option to find an alternative.
Correct. Correct.
And we are, because we are going to be buying out Inmax and all the other hydro companies and making it Alberta Hydro and not the federal hydro.
You think Alberta is going to nationalize their electric companies? That's what you believe?
Oh, we know we are.
Alberta, since Smith has been in there, you've gone more private, not less, more. And you have the highest energy bills in Canada because of it.
I wonder why.
Because it's privatized.
$20 billion to Ontario every year for transfer payments.
That has nothing to do with the cost of your energy, Big Teddy. Nothing.
Okay. How about we quit sending Ontario $20 billion and watch how fast you guys sink?
Ontario has the biggest GDP in Canada, Big Teddy.
Because you guys have the largest population.
It doesn't matter. We're the ones also paying those transfer funds to different provinces. The two richest provinces in Canada are Alberta and Ontario. What the hell are you talking about?
The right 2 lanes to take
again, it's more and more.
Oh my goodness.
Can you guys stop spreading misinformation?
And what would that be?
Mike is correct. Mike is a very honorable guy. You know, I support Mike. You know, although we have very different views, he is right about.
Mike and I have
right about
the conversations.
Yeah, he's right. He's very wrong on some topics, but on other topics, I do see his point. And Mike is an honest guy, although he does have some clouded views on certain subjects.
Felix, GDP means gross domestic product.
Okay, guys, so let's get back to the topic here. Okay, so in regards to the cabinet shuffle, Trudeau is a loser. His own wife didn't want him. The only people that are stuck with him are the Canadians. So what we need to do is we need to come together as Canadians. We need to unite together, and we need to put this guy where he belongs, back in his bed in Costa Rica or Jamaica. And if he wants to stay in Canada, stay, but just don't bother the people. Don't bother the Canadian people. You've done irreparable harm to our economy, to our citizens, to our people. All he's done is helped illegal immigrants and criminals prosper. Right? My cousins are all police officers with Toronto Police, OPP, and RCMP. You know what they say? They say their sergeants, their staff sergeants, the superintendents, everyone is begging their bosses, which eventually goes all the way up to the chief, begging their bosses, who writes to the politicians, who writes to former Toronto Police Chief Bill Blair, who's also the public safety minister. When is Trudeau gonna do something that does not benefit himself?
All right, guys, make sure you go follow him on YouTube, or sorry, on TikTok. It's Debate Central. I'm going to end this live on YouTube, and thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment below. Peace out.